Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another Gemstone Legends video. In this video, we're going to be doing some summoning. I've been hearing really good things about Esmeralda, and I undervalued her in looking at her to begin with, and I want to explain why that is briefly as I try to continue to expand my understanding of heroes in the context of Gemstone Legends versus the more familiar context to me, Empires and Puzzles. So looking at her originally, and then we're going to do a bunch of gold scroll pulls. By the way, if you ever see those deals and you do spend money and you are interested in doing summons, the 35 gold scrolls for in America, $15. Definitely recommend those as the best deal on gold scrolls. You might feel like it's a better deal at other times to buy ones that have tomes or things like that as well. It just kind of depends. But if you're looking to try to have the cheapest chances at getting a hero, I think that's the way to go. So if you haven't tried Gemstone Legends yet, come check it out and play alongside me. It's another really fun and deep strategy RPG like Empires and Puzzles, but with some fun new twists, and a lot of people from Empires and Puzzles have already joined. Not only can you help out the channel by using the download link in the description of this video, but if you enter the code #Spock_2021 hashtag in the global chat, you can get a nice starter bonus including gold, gems, gold scrolls, and a free epic hero, Elidor, all valued at about $50. Once you join, you'll also get access to a set of beginner events where you can earn another epic hero, Soliana, a 5-star legendary set of equipment, which is what you use to boost the stats and performance of your heroes, and a platinum scroll for another epic or legendary hero in the game. Those links and codes are in the description down below. Just be sure to enter that code in the global chat after finishing the tutorial within 24 hours of downloading the game, and I look forward to seeing you all there. So, in looking at her, we've got pretty good mana gain. 24 is better because this still is going to require 4 caster pieces, which can be difficult to try to get an optimum build on her. Speed is pretty good. But basically what makes her good is grants increased critical damage to all other allies for 3 turns, grants Board King to all other allies for 3 turns, 35% chance to gain recovery for 3 turns. So reading that, I was like, okay, I guess that seems all right. But what I wasn't taking into account is that critical damage affects special skills as well as gemstone attacks. So it's really just like a significant crit damage boost. So if you have AoE hitters or snipers on there, they're going to be hitting a lot harder. And Board King is kind of like what Strybog is doing, which is giving your team more mana. If you can match 4 times per turn, 1, you have more opportunities to gain gemstones that will benefit your color of heroes, and 2, you have more opportunities to take away mana from the other team. So this is a really undervalued skill and essentially equals more offensive playing and more defensive playing. So that's what makes her good, and I've been seeing people use her in teams instead of Strybog because you can still get some of that mana effect, but also get this significant damage increase. And if you have Aurora or Gaffadeth or Hempe or some other attack booster, these effects will stack and you can be doing significant damage while gaining mana much faster. So if you haven't checked out Gemstone Legends, there's information in the description below. It's a really fun game. I highly recommend it. I've been playing for about 6 months now, just about every day. It wasn't every day at first, but it has become more of that daily habit now. But they're doing a lot of things better than Empires and Puzzles. And I think they're putting a lot more effort into the animations and things like that. So I'm very excited to see where the game will continue to go, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. So if you haven't checked it out, I recommend doing so. There's a download link in the description of this video, in addition to a promo code that will give you a starter bonus worth about $50. So a great boost to starting the game and the ability to get things that you would normally have to pay for free. So check that out. There's also some beginner events when you start that will become available to you, and you can gain a really good equipment set that you can put on your heroes to make them stronger, another free epic hero, Soliana, and a platinum scroll that will allow you to pull another guaranteed epic or legendary hero. So let's jump in here and take a look. So I've got 140 gold scrolls, and we'll see what we can get. There's a bunch of legendary, well, not a bunch at this point. There are legendaries I don't have that I would still like Cassia or Raphael would be okay. Jasper would be nice. Who else am I missing? But would be plenty happy just to get Esmeralda. Hopefully no duplicates, so no platinum scrolls this time unless we miraculously manage to pull 3 new legendary heroes, which is quite unlikely. So we'll see what we can get off these golds. I've cleared up some room in my inventory. Basically, one more thing I'll say, and feel free to skip this if it's not relevant for you, but if you're wondering how to clear room in your inventory so that you can do more summons, one, I've spent some gold upgrading my storage, so I have that as like a flex space. And two, I know I'm about to get a bunch of 3-star heroes. So if I have 3-star heroes in my inventory already, I'll just feed them all away, knowing I'm going to replace them all back and more. So if you're doing summons frequently or semi-frequently, you don't have to worry about your 3-star inventory as much because you'll have plenty of them. So yeah. I have about 100 spaces now, so we'll have to clear 20 more, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So hopefully we can pull this new hero and see what we get. I've had some bouts of extreme good luck off of gold scrolls, so hopefully that continues. It's been not quite as good lately, and I've been pulling some more duplicates. So we've got something here. Arma. Wow. I think she's not new to me. Removes 2 negative statuses from all allies, which is quite a good skill. 50% chance to remove a third. So she's kind of like a lighter version of Sigil. Sigil with full tomes, or with, I don't know where the cutoff point is, but removes 3, but also you gain mana from her, so that's definitely better, but this is an easier to obtain version of that. But as always, almost every hero in this game has practical application, and the synergies are just waiting to be discovered by people. So don't feel like the way someone explains something is the only way it can be done. A lot of people are still figuring this game out, and so there's a lot of stuff left to be figured out, and new things are emerging all the time, especially with the new awakening and all that kind of stuff. Vinka, I always thought was a really funny name. Restores 25% of target's max HP to 1 ally, grants recovery to the same ally, I think, and removes 2 negative statuses. So maybe a good way to care for a taunt hero if you have enough other dangerous heroes on the team to make up for having multiple supports. Grants recovery to all allies for 2 turns twice and removes 2 negative statuses when she dies. Okay. Kind of a backup plan there, but yeah. Be cool if they added some new 3 stars or 4 stars to the game. Celestia is a hero that I'm seeing a lot on the blue raid bosses, and she's doing huge damage. Let's see if we can figure out why that is. Deals damage to a single enemy based on attack, so you can max her skills maybe more easily. She applies decreased defense. Attacks increase by 10% for every 20 accuracy. 100% chance to inflict color blindness on all enemies. So one thing that's good about that is you want her to have high accuracy if you're going to use her against the raid boss. Sorry, some idiot with a ladder outside. Sorry. So you want to build her with high accuracy so she can land that defense down on the raid boss, and you're knowing that while you do that, you're also gaining the benefit of increased attack. So I would build her for attack and accuracy, and then have a hero to hopefully keep her alive. All right, something else here. Bohumir. The only one I'm missing from this set is Igor. I still have never managed to pull one of those. Deals damage to a single enemy based on caster's max HP. 100% chance to inflict provoke, which is a cool status. Restores 4% HP for every other living ally at the start of his turn. 30% chance to inflict provoke on the enemy with the highest attack whenever taking damage. Okay, I have fought against him, and he can be kind of annoying because he forces you to attack certain places you might not want to. Alright, something else here. Finbor. God, that's really annoying. Finbor is awesome. Definitely good against the teams with a lot of statuses on them because of his passive ability. So deals damage to all enemies based on attack. Removes one positive status. So this, I'm using him in some of the awakening bosses to remove like immunity or increased defense or something like that. But this is the kicker. It deals 5% more damage for each positive status affecting the enemy, 30% more to enemies above 50%. So a damage powerhouse, and in this game, Taunt cannot block AoE hitters, so he's a good answer for teams with Martin on them. All right, I'm going to go in the other room here. Oh, Lurker, that's a new one to me. Sweet. So I've been needing a red hitter. This room might sound different, by the way. I've been needing a red hitter, and it's nice to not pull a duplicate. So 100% chance to inflict burn for 2 turns. I've seen this guy do massive hits on the raid boss as well, and he could be fun on offense too. 100% chance to inflict burn for 2 turns twice. And burn is the highest HP damaging status in the game. It goes bleed at 4%, poison at 5%, burn at 6%. So they're going to be losing 12% HP per turn for 2 turns. 100% chance to inflict burn on all other enemies for 2 turns once. Deals damage to a single enemy based on attack. And then, of course, the passive is always the kicker. Deals 16% more damage for every burn affecting an enemy. So if they have 5 burns on them, you're dealing 80% more damage. Gains increased attack and increased critical damage for 5 turns whenever he kills an enemy. So he's kind of like slow to start, but builds momentum throughout the fight if you can keep those statuses on them, and could be good with other burn heroes so that he isn't having to establish all the burn damage himself. Let's see if I can go back in the other room. So I've seen him do massive damage on the raid bosses too, because if you can build up a lot of these stacks, he's going to be solid. So anytime not getting a duplicate is awesome, and I have been wanting a red hitter because there are some good green heroes popping up on defense like Cassia, because so many people are attacking with the blues, like Strybog and Aurora or other heroes like that. So it's good to have a solid red hero. All right. Something else here. Tassar. I don't think I'm missing him, and I remember him being a massive healer. Restores 35% of caster's max HP to an ally. Gains Mana Breath for 3 turns. Grants Mana Breath to all allies for 3 turns at the start of each wave. So Mana Breath will make his mana gain up to 25 for how many turns? For 3 turns. So that means you'll have those 3 turns to try to charge him up again. So a pretty strong healer, only to 1 ally, but if you're using Taunt or something, usually teams are picking on 1 anyways, so that's not a problem to only be healing 1. That's a concept in Empires and Puzzles where you're like, a healer that only healed 1 would be almost worthless, but in this game that can be exactly what you need because they're healing a deeper amount to that 1 hero, which is exactly what you want. Sometimes you use healers in this game that heal everyone, and 4 out of the 5 or 3 out of the 5 don't even take on any health because they don't even need it. All right, something else here. Would really love to get that featured hero. Aurelia. I think I've been seeing her pop up on raid bosses as well. We're fighting the 6-star bosses, so we're seeing a lot of hero diversity up there because you have to be clever to not get killed by these crazy raid bosses. So damage to a single enemy, I think it's the decreased attack and decreased speed that are the main things she's doing. So you want to build her for accuracy and not worry about the damage she's doing if you're going to use her on the raid boss. Gains increased attack for 1 turn at the start of her turn. Removes all negative statuses if below 30% HP. So does that mean from herself or from everyone? I'm not sure. All right, where's our Esmeralda? Kusai is a solid hero that I've talked about a lot, so I won't get into it again. But if you don't know about her, look her up in the lexicon because she is awesome. A lot of people feel like she is a legendary hero at the epic level. Hempe is the one I was talking about before that gives you an attack boost. So by the way, the awakening is going on right now. If you haven't, if you don't know much about it or you don't know as much as you would like to know, check out my video that I did on it. I didn't want to just explain what it is. I wanted to give my insight on who it's for, how you should use it, when you should use it, etc. So be sure to check that out. And let me go clear up some room and then we'll finish these off. All right, a few more to go here. Got something right off the bat. Oslog. Damage based on attack, pretty good attack. Mana choke. Decreased speed. Speed is increased by 6 for every crit rate. Okay. Oh man, I was really hoping to get the featured hero, I guess, as everybody was. Torbjorn, very solid hero. I'm not going to go into him. Hopefully you know about him, but also a good candidate for Awakening. But yeah, very solid blue sniper. Not my first. I've got one at 6 stars. Fully maxed out skill. Well, not my best streak of luck here, but it is nice to get a new hero at least. Arenas. 100% chance to inflict curse on all and mana choke at each wave start. So she could be good against some of the raid bosses like the... What color is she? Green, I guess? Like the purple raid boss or other ones that have a lot of positive statuses. I guess it's just the purple one that I can think of off the top of my head. So curse is a really good way of consistently removing those buffs. All right, looks like that's that. We'll settle for our one new hero and we'll call it a day. Oh, Jasper. Wow, sick. Nice. Wow, on the second to last gold scroll. That's crazy. Okay, so let's take a look. Accuracy leader everywhere. Fantastic mana gain, 25 right off the bat. You don't have to force any caster set stuff on him. You can just go for the best pieces. I really like that. I think I'm going to send both of these right away. So deals damage to all enemies based on HP. Okay, so you can build him as a tanky support. 100% chance to inflict decreased defense on all enemies for 3 turns. 50% chance to inflict decreased speed on all enemies for 3 turns. So 100% chance for decreased defense on all enemies is very good, especially with dealing damage. Keep in mind that unlike Sophia, he's dealing damage first and then decreasing defense after. Jesus. Not at the moment, guys. So he's not getting the same power up to his damage, but he has a 100% chance to put decreased defense on everybody. And a really cool thing about him is his passive. 100% chance to inflict Board Gesture on all enemies for 2 turns. It doesn't say when. That's weird. I'm pretty sure it's at the start of the wave. Or on his... I don't think it's on his turn. I think that would be too good. But I think when I fought against him, before you can do anything, you have Board Gesture on you. You only get 2 moves at the beginning, and that can be enough to push the match out of your favor. So a cool passive ability. Accuracy is increased by 20% for every living enemy. So that means it's much easier to get a head start. That's giving you a baseline of 100% accuracy to begin with. So that's decreased defense, take out a few key heroes, and then you don't have to worry as much about what's left over. So a very cool hero to have. Very happy to have gotten 2 new legendaries. That's awesome. So last scroll and a Varfus. So no Esmeralda for us, maybe another time, but 2 new legendaries is awesome, and no duplicates is even more awesome. I couldn't bear to get a 5th Nefri or something like that. So yeah, if you're not already playing and you're watching this far in the video, go play. You're clearly interested and you're going to have fun with it, so go play. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments down below. We got those download links and the promo code in the description of this video. Make sure to use both of those so that you get your free items in game. And I think that's it. Yeah, check out the Awakening video if you haven't seen that one already. Be sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe. Let's keep growing the channel and keep creating good Gemstone Legends content for all those that are interested. Hey, just wanted to tack this on the end. So I noticed I was at 95 platinum shards and was like, oh man, I wonder if I can find 5 shards somewhere. So I started looking around my lexicon and realized that I had not collected the platinum shards from one of the epics that I pulled a long time ago somehow. Even though it tells you in the lexicon when you have or have not collected them, if you look at that section of the lexicon and you don't collect it, the notification goes away. Anyways, found it and thought it'd be amazing if we could pull a legendary at the very end here after hitting exactly 100 shards. So I want to tack this on the end of the video. And let's see what we get. Oh god, okay, 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Here we go. Esmeralda. Oh, yes! Didn't get her, but I've been wanting this guy for a while. And when it rains, it pours. We got all kinds of good reds now. So I could even make a team with like Kusai, Klaus, who I've been wanting to make that team forever because this guy does extra damage based on how many ailments there are, and Lurker and Kusai are both going to be placing ailments, and she places vulnerability, which makes his special do even more damage. So it deals damage to all enemies based on attack. Very straightforward. However, deals 12% more damage for each negative status affecting an enemy. Deals 30% more damage to enemies with higher current HP than his. So you might want to build him more for attack and defense. Or just keep his HP at not too high of a level, which you can't really get to too high of a level with an attacker anyways, and just know that he's going to be stronger against the supports that have HP much higher than his. Oh, that's even... Wait, deals 30% more damage to enemies with higher current HP than his. So if he gets weak, as you kill him, he actually gets stronger to certain enemy types depending on the HP comparison. But that 12% more damage for each negative status affecting an enemy, that could be massive. That could be up to 120% more damage, which is big. So awesome. That's so cool to for that to happen. 3 new legendary heroes, and to just find 5 shards laying around and to pull a newer one is excellent. So we'll end the video there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.